wish baby Camilla a happy first and last birthday. God rest her soul.
Tomorrow would have been baby Camilla's first birthday. Now, authorities capturing her father right here in downtown Waterbury just a couple of hours ago, just in front of the train station here behind me. Now, all of this after a statewide manhunt for her father by the FBI, Naugatuck, and local law enforcement officials across this region. 31-year-old Christopher Francisquini being taken into custody in downtown Waterbury around 3 o'clock this afternoon. He is accused of killing and dismembering his 11-month-old daughter on a Friday before Thanksgiving. The details of that murder too gruesome to discuss. Now, police found her body inside of her Naugatuck home on December 18th. The baby's body, as I mentioned, had been dismembered.
Dirty
now, police
bastard.
have been seeking Francisquini for nearly 2 weeks. They've had his face plastered on billboards across major highways across the state. Is being charged with murder with special circumstances and risk of injury to a child. Now, it was just yesterday that police held a press conference. They are offering a $25,000 reward for information that would lead to his arrest.
So sorry. Look at this baby.
Really shaken by this. Police wearing pink bracelets in baby Camilla's honor. They've been asking people to wear pink tomorrow for the tree lighting to honor this family and stand in solidarity with them.
This is the suspect that's involved in this incident, Christopher Francisquini. Age 31. Christopher Francisquini is well known to law enforcement as well as Naugatuck police. He has an extensive criminal history. We are familiar with him. He has a history of violent offenses.
Oh my God.
He has posed a danger to the public previously.
Why is he out?
He is also on special parole.
Not anymore.
When he committed this crime. He also had a court-ordered tracking device on him, which was cut off shortly after the commission of this crime. The victim, identified as Camilla Francisquini, age 11 months. She was the biological daughter of Christopher Francisquini, and they lived at the residence on 150 Millville Avenue here in Naugatuck.
He lived there?
The cause of death has been ruled by the medical examiner's office as homicide, and the manner of the death has been neck compressions as well as stabbings.
Damn.
The investigators
She was
and first
11
responders at that scene
months old.
found Milla's body in a state of dismemberment when they arrived at that scene.
And then he chopped her up.
People at the vigil say it was a blessing. Her father, an accused killer, Christopher Francisquini, was arrested the day before her birthday. He was taken into custody only about 5 miles from us here in Waterbury. He's being held on a $5 million bond and is scheduled to appear in court Monday.
Dirty.
I'm going to run you through the sequence of events as they unfolded. Shortly after 11:30 that morning on November 18th, Naugatuck police were dispatched to the address of 150 Millville Avenue. We received a report that the victim was deceased inside the household. As the events unfolded, it was determined that there was a suspect identified as Christopher Francisquini. His identity and the fact that he was operating a suspect vehicle was broadcast to law enforcement as well as put out to the media through our various outlets. That 2006 gray Chevy Impala, which Francisquini was known to be operating, was located and recovered on I-91 in the area of Exit 8 by Friday evening. That information was generated by a tipster from the public who saw media coverage and was aware now that this vehicle was wanted by police. As a result of the locating of that vehicle, Naugatuck detectives, as well as the Connecticut State Police, launched an extensive search effort Friday night that lasted well into Friday morning in an attempt to locate Francisquini, as a witness reported seeing him fleeing into a wooded area where his vehicle was discovered. While all this was occurring, Naugatuck detectives, as well as detectives from the Connecticut State Police Central District Major Crime Squad, worked well into the night, as well as Saturday morning, processing the crime scene on the left. The background that led to him being taken into custody began earlier today, just shortly after 3 p.m., when a citizen who believed that he recognized a man sitting at the bus station in Waterbury in the area of number 400 Grand Street was in fact Christopher Francisquini. this concerned member of the community made a phone call to law enforcement, alerted Waterbury Police that he believed Francisquini was at the bus station, and that resulted in a significant response from the City of Waterbury Police Department. Waterbury police officers arrived, and after establishing a dialogue with Francisquini, ultimately were able to take him into custody without incident. I'd like to have my message to address the family. Nothing can ease the pain that the family is experiencing as a result of this tragic loss of a child taken from them far too soon. But we hope that they can breathe easier knowing that this violent criminal has been taken into custody and he's off the streets. He is no longer a threat to the community as well as to those family members. Lastly, I'd like to thank the men and women of the Naugatuck Police Department. They have been working around the clock since the original murder that occurred on November 18th. These officers worked through the holidays. They worked for the past 2 weeks nonstop, driven by their commitment to the cause of bringing justice to baby Camilla. This is something that is carried with them. They're going to continue to carry with them this case probably for the rest of their lives. This is something that isn't going to be forgotten by any members of this agency.